This is the DEFCON warning system. Alert status for 9 p.m., Monday, February 1st, 2010. Condition green, DEFCON 5. Condition green, DEFCON 5. Condition green, DEFCON 5. There are currently no imminent nuclear threats against the United States at this time. The South Korean defense chief issued a statement that the country should preemptively strike North Korea if there are signs that the North is preparing for a nuclear attack. Such statements will certainly be read as provocative by the North. In fact, several days later, North Korea fired artillery which was responded to by South Korea. While such events are not uncommon between those two countries, the possibility of escalation is high. At this time, no further action has taken place and the event is being read by some analysts as more posturing by North Korea in order to gain concessions from the West in nuclear talks. Nevertheless, citizens should be aware of the strong potential for escalation, especially should the situation in the area begin to deteriorate. Additional reports from the eastern region show that China has recruited computer hackers to draft detailed plans to disable the entire U.S. aircraft carrier battle fleets via a preemptive cyber attack. China has also claimed that it has successfully tested its own missile defense system, though there are no independent witnesses to such a test. However, China is known to be advancing its military hardware, so there is no question that the country is working on some sort of defense system along with the modernization and buildup of its military. Israel has begun to stoke fears in the region by taking action which some are reading as preparation for war. Beginning soon, Israel plans to issue gas masks to its population. While a prudent move, there are those who see such preparations as a sign of first strike, which Israel has threatened to carry out against Iran. Israel has also made another advancement, as their Iron Dome missile defense test successfully intercepted test missiles designed to mimic enemy Qassam and Katyusha rockets. The situation in the Middle East remains dire, as Taiwan has admitted to providing Iran, at the request of China, with pressure transducers which are used to provide precise measurements needed in the production of weapons-grade plutonium. The United States has reversed course in terms of its strategic nuclear forces, as the new budget contains provisions for increased spending on nuclear weapon maintenance. However, the U.S. has a long way to go to regain its stature as a force to be reckoned with. According to reports, world opinion of the current U.S. president is that the United States is not only not strong enough to confront enemies, but also is not strong enough to support friends. Additionally, it is felt by some countries that the U.S. administration is quote, hopelessly naive and unable to face the full truth about Islamic terrorists. Possibly supporting this belief is the announcement by the U.S. Secretary of State that the United States once again is capitulating in the face of strong opposition and that there will not be a quote, hard and fast deadline for starting nuclear dialogue with Iran. In response to maneuvers by both Iran and China, and possibly as well as the prevalent lack of confidence among allies as well as the lack of respect among enemies, the United States military has begun to draft a new air-sea battle plan in keeping with that country's philosophy of being ready to fight wars on two different fronts. Additionally, the U.S. has sent more ships and anti-missile batteries to the Middle East, though the latest anti-missile test which mimicked an Iranian attack failed. The Iranian president, possibly in response to the buildup, has announced that it will deliver a harsh blow to Western powers on February 11. While anything is possible, it is likely that Iran was simply referring to the mass demonstrations that will take place commemorating the anniversary of the Iranian Revolution rather than some kind of attack. The DEFCON warning system is a private enterprise which monitors world events and assesses nuclear threats against the United States by national entities. It does not evaluate individual terrorist threats and does not report on them, except in cases of hard intelligence. The public should make their own evaluations and not rely on the DEFCON warning system for any strategic planning. At all times, citizens are urged to learn what steps to take in the event of a nuclear attack. If this had been an actual attack, the DEFCON warning system will give radiation readings for areas that are reported to it. Your readings will vary. This system serves the Kettle Falls area of northeast Washington. Official news sources will have radiation readings for your area. For immediate updates, go to www.defconwarningsystem.com. Breaking news and important information can be found on the DEFCON warning system message board. You may also subscribe to the YouTube channel DEFCON warning system, however YouTube updates may be delayed by several hours due to server load. The next scheduled update is 9 p.m. Pacific Time, March 1, 2010. Additional updates will be made as the situation warrants, with more frequent updates at higher alert levels. This concludes this broadcast of the DEFCON warning system.